Well, hello my friends. Welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing this all-new Dspiae wash-free airbrush. Oh, wait, what's you saying? It's time to break up with airbrush cleaner. Yeah, all right. We still got to clean one part of this thing. Anyway, I got a lot of requests for this, so I ordered one right away. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where I got it from. I just typed in the search word. AliExpress has them. Where did I get this from? I might have got this from Hobby Supply or something. They all came from overseas. It came kind of quick, about a week. But they come in different forms. Be careful if anybody out there orders this. You'll see a low price, and sometimes they're going to send you just like these needles or these bottles. So you have to look for a picture that shows everything. And that's the one I got. And then I think I paid extra for these. I'm not sure. 50 extra of the 0.3 and 50 extra of the 0.5 millimeter needles. This is probably enough to last you a lifetime because we're going to wash them. Contrary to what they say, wash free. Overall, the airbrush doesn't need washing. The needles will eventually need washing. We'll go over that. And I bought extra bottles. Well, it came with a few. Did I order? I don't remember. They might have come with 4 or 2. I know I wanted everything you see here. And you'll know when you go to purchase. Everything here was about 60 something, almost 70 with shipping. Anyway, let's look at the airbrush itself first. It is bagged, no instructions. No instructions. Let's see what the box says. It just shows all of the parts. Decor piece. And cap, air valve, mixing, jar rack, nozzle. Has it got instructions here? Oh, a little bit. Before you already have the airbrush rack, install the rack and the side feet of the airbrush. They call it the rack, which is kind of funny. Place this wash-free in the side. Yeah. I got this down to a science, as I've used a few of these. This is how we install the needles. I've looked over this already. That's the lineup. All right. Now, do we see this piece? I want to tell you guys something. It comes with... This is a rack holder. This holds it on the Dspiae rack because it's a unique shape. I'll show you that in a sec. Yeah, here it is. I knew it came with it. You gotta make sure if you want the whole package, this is the marker holder. It holds these Gundam markers. And so that's why you see this Gundam marker here in the corner. So it also sprays those, should you choose. So, let's get this out of the way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean by the Dspiae rack. All right, well, let's look at this first. There it is in all its glory. I'm going to need, hold on, reach over here. It's one of my quick releases because we're going to use this with the compressor. Here we go. That's it. Is this the button? Yeah, here's the button. I believe this pops off to hold the marker. Yeah, that's where that pops out. So we'll leave that there. Leave that aside. And that's it. Everything else stays together. You can adjust the air, I believe, in and out with this. Yep, that spins. And you can also adjust the jar up and down here. Now, I believe this is the rack that I should look up to see how it fits in here. Fits. Oh, there it is. Yep. So that's it. Now, this holds up on the Dspiae rack. Does it go either way? It does. Check this out. So I'm going to show you the Dspiae rack. Let me go grab that for you now and show you that. Then we'll go over the bottles. All right, here's what I mean by the Dspiae rack. This is the rack I tested a little while ago, a few months back. And it's inexpensive. It's nice. It holds my swallowtail and it holds the trigger airbrushes, so it's pretty unique for that. And but you can adjust it. It comes with all 4 of these. What you do is, if I can get a grip on this baby, you slide one out, and we're going to put one of these in. I think this is the way it goes, right? Oh, no, we're going to go this way. Yeah, I guess it's for left-handed or right-handed, so they give you 2, which is pretty unique. That's pretty cool. So this has a mount. It's over there. It's attached to near my booth, where it was just now, and there it is. So it's pretty pretty clever of them to make a little attachment. Also helps them sell one of their little racks too. But I think that's pretty cool that they actually went ahead and threw that in the package. So that's what that is. And I'm going to show you that in case you're wondering what the heck that was. All right, let me put this back and on with the test. All right, guys, now we're going to go over the bottles here quickly. Each one came with a blue, so that's, at least they're color-coded. I like that. At least that tells me that is the 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. All the same. All right, so here we go. Let's take out the needles. One needle, put that aside. I'm going to show you how we're going to go ahead and put the needles in. So we're going to, it's a dual cap, so you can leave paint in it and it leaves it protected from getting air and drying it out. So you're going to open this part up. There we go. We're going to put in the blue. I don't believe it screws in. Nope, it just goes in. This part does the sealing. So make sure you get the needle through the top. There it goes. It's got a lot of turns here to seal it, which is pretty good, actually. It's pretty durable. This is, there we go. And there you go. You see the needle is sticking out. And then if you leave the paint in it, you can cap this off. We're going to clean the needles every night is what I would do. And then you can still seal it off. So let's cap off 2 of these with blue. And we'll do 2 with the orange, which is the smaller size. I want to see how it sprays all of these. All right, so let's grab an orange. Good thing I ordered these because it didn't come with the 2. It just comes with the 0.5, which tells me it probably performs better with the 0.5. You know, it's my guess. Here's an orange. Grab another one here. We'll do 2 orange. We'll do 2 blue. How's that? And we already have the blue, so I don't have to crack open that box at all. All right, here we go. Let's put one of these orange ones in. I'll do the rest off camera. And we're going to test it with... people like to use water. I use rubbing alcohol only because if I'm going to be painting like right after it, rubbing alcohol, if you run the air through it a little bit, it dries much quicker. So you'll have all your components will be dry using rubbing alcohol. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me go ahead and cap off the rest of these. I'm going to pause the camera and we'll pour some rubbing alcohol in these. That way we're going to adjust the fan of how this sprays, if it sprays good. And then from there, we'll take it to some paint tests. We'll paint some Kaleido and some of my paints because they're metallics. I want to see, you know, we got a metallic Tamiya. We know if it sprays metallic, then it'll spray anything. Maybe we'll put some primer in it too. That's right here. All right, let me pause the camera and get everything set up. All right, we're going to come across here with some alcohol. We have 91%. That's all I use. Here we go. Let's see if we can do this without spilling. That's all we need. We're going to pour it back anyway. Let's put it in the other needle. Oof, a lot there. Like I said, we'll just end up pouring it back in. All right, so now, let's cap this off. I did it so I can test both needle sizes. All right, let us go ahead and hook it up to the airbrush. All right, we'll start with the bigger, which is the blue, right? Right here, blue. I can't see it through the, should make the plastic more clear. All right, so it's going to have an alignment right there. The needle's going to tuck into that, I hope, automatically. Let's see. I'm using the bench to keep it flat. Yeah, we're right through. Look at that. So let's see if I go all the way up. Oh, it goes too far up. Okay, so we don't want to go that far up. It's got to meet itself right there. Now, here's how I'm going to adjust it. I usually don't have good luck adjusting this, but that's if you got to come closer to the needle. So I'm going to leave this tucked in all the way. I believe it should perform well just like that. So we're going to adjust it to right exactly where it should be. It should come out with a nice cap, fan looking shape cone, I should say, cone shape spray pattern. If you go too high, it's going to start shooting upwards. And I'll show you that. So we're going to go now at the booth. I got the quick release. The air compressor is turned way up. I like to keep my air at about 30 psi when spraying this type of airbrush, this Venturi system. So let's go test it out. I'll take both bottles with me, and hopefully we get some good results here. All right, let's go. All right, my friends, here we are at the booth. I want to show you where the airbrush is. She's right there. See, I should have had it on my other side. I'm right-handed, but it's on a swivel, and you can adjust it any way you want. And there it is. You can even hold it with the paint bottle attached to it. So yeah, let me hook you guys up into my mount here. Hold on one second. It wasn't on, guys. The camera wasn't on, but it's on now. When I switched back to get to this view, the camera paused. But we're off pause now. Here we are. We're back at the booth. You ready for this? Here we go. I'm going to turn the bottle up to get the needle to meet up with the... Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. It sprays really good. All right, I'm going to show you where it is. See, it's dead center where the air would come out. Now I'm going to pull it back here a little bit. I'm going to show you where you go too high. I said it's going to paint on an angle before it actually stops spraying altogether. See it? You don't want that. You don't want that. You're going to come down right there. You're going to get the perfect cone of paint coming out. It atomizes it pretty good. Not really using up a lot either. Kind of impressed. This performs actually pretty good. Let's pull this out and try the 0.3. Unfortunately, I didn't hook up my Gaahleri Apex air compressor, which is dead silent. I still got my old one down there. The point was to get this really quiet. All right, you want to, when you screw it in, you want to get it in the center of this. There's the needle. Let's do the same thing with the 0.3. Oh, too high. Oh, there we go. There we go. And it is much finer. So I will give him credit. It is a good idea to have the different needle sizes. Let's pull this one too high up. Same thing. It messes up with the flow. It's a good idea to have the air pressure pretty high. So I got it at 30, at least 30 psi. So there you go. That one's turning up a little bit. I'm not crazy about it, but I think the smaller needle, it's going to perform a little bit different. Well, we got the perfect cone coming out. Anyway, let's go ahead and put some paint in this thing, and let's see how it paints. All right, back at the booth. Here we go. Now, don't forget to stay tuned to the end of the paint test, so to speak. We want to see if it works in one of these portable compressors. I was charging up the battery. So we'll see how that works, too. I got some requests for that, so I dug that baby out. Here we go. We're going to have some primer. Primer. That's in the 0.5. My lithium lilac metallics. That's going to be in the 0.3. Here we have Kaleido turquoise metallic. That's in a 0.5. And we're going to try Tamiya X13 metallic blue. That's in a 0.3. And I took all the caps off so we can do the quick changing. And let's see how this goes. I'm going to put these bottles out of the way. We'll start with, of course, the primer. Let's get to town here. I should have tried it without it, but I thinned the primer with a couple of drops, not a lot. Like 4 drops, 5 drops. Just to give it a little bit of a thinner consistency. Yeah, it's not as heavy as I would want it, but I'm going to guess it's because it's primer, and I could have thinned it some more. However, that is not bad. That's not bad. Let's grab a spoon. All trusty spoon. You know what? It's actually more of an airbrush consistency than a spray can. It's actually pretty decent. So yeah, I mean, I was panicking a little bit there, but it sprays pretty good. Let's try something here. Let's put some primer down on this auto body hood I have. I'm just going to hold down the trigger. There we go. Alright, so we see... Let's get this out of the way. Alright, we see how it's painting. I'm going to go ahead and... Not bad. Here we are. We're going to quick release here. Take that out. Go to a 0.3. Make sure it's in properly. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on. Yeah, the 0.3 is much finer. Let me grab a spoon. Which, you know what? It's pretty good if you think about it, because this is actually finer than these type of sprayers usually go. So kind of impressive that they got the fine spray down like this, because if you want to spray small parts, you don't want to flood it. And this actually gets a little finer with the misting. So check that out. Let's see if we can get it, how close we can spray this without becoming a mess here. Yeah, you're not going to get fine lines. I'm going right in here. But that's not bad. That's not, for an airbrush of this type, that is not bad at all. Let me see if I can find a black primered spoon here. I don't know if this makes a difference. It's a big area, so if you're going to paint a car, it definitely would have to go with the 0.5. You're going to spray little tiny pieces. Believe it or not, this will get the job done. I just want to see how it sprays my paint. It does spray the metallic. I mean, that's the important part too. Will it push the metallic through? And it did. And it did a nice job. Look at that. All right, let's go ahead in real time. Switch it out. Let's go back in. This is Kaleido turquoise. Here we go. Let me grab another white cardboard here. Ah, there we go. Can we get that wider? Let's see if we can adjust this thing too. Oh, there it is. There we go. I got it now. All right. Traditional. Let's grab a spoon. Yep, it lays it down. Hold on. Let's try... getting a little bit of spitting on it, but I probably have to fine tune it, is my guess. I know the Kaleido dries really nice once it's dried, so it does seem to lay the paint down pretty good. It does like to have more in it, because I'm tipping it and I think I'm getting air. See, I should have put like that much paint in it, is probably what we should have gone with. You know, if I can lay it backwards, then we're going to get it. We're not going to get that spitting. I am getting specks, though. What do you expect with this kind of an airbrush, right? All right, let's quick release. go in with the Tamiya. All right. Oh, it likes the Tamiya. And this is in the 0.3 needle. It really likes the Tamiya. Yeah, it likes the Tamiya quite a bit. It's just laying it down perfect. It's not really spitting. It's not giving me the blobbies. I'm trying to load it up there. Yeah, this is its friend. It does like the Tamiya. Well, you know what? Let's try one more thing. Let me, I'm gonna have to pause the camera here. I'm gonna grab it and I'll take it off of this, put it on this, and see if that will work too. All right, here we are. We hooked it up. We went with the Tamiya, and oh, I was gonna say it's not working, but there it goes. I gotta tip it upwards because that stupid hose. I gotta put more paint in it. You know, I guess it will work. Not as powerful as the compressor. Now the compressor is at 30 psi. There's no way this thing is 30. 15 to 20 maybe. And it doesn't atomize the paint as well too. So I am not crazy with this unit spraying. It will get the job done, so to speak. It won't be a great job. Let's see if it can spray some primer. Now this has been sitting, so I changed the needle. Put the other one. I'm going to show you how we clean the needles. Just like an airbrush, it's going to clog up, particularly acrylic, so dry quick. So you want to change the needles. Now even with a needle, it won't do it. So not powerful enough. I would skip it altogether. Yeah. All right. Let's try to see if it sprays that marker attachment, and then we'll wrap this up. I'd skip this baby. All right, guys. I popped out that little cap. This piece fits in. I grabbed a Gundam marker, and I know the markers have to come further down than the needles. I don't know if. Oh man. Yeah, it works. Let's grab the spoon, or a spoon. Oh. I mean, it stopped working. Well, it looked good for a second there. Beautiful color if I can get it to spray. Trying to get all the adjustments in here. Nah, that's not doing it. Let's see. Nah, I had it for a second. Let me get one with a different type of front here. Different type of edge. We'll see if that does anything. Alright guys, I went and got this one. It's a little different. It's more of the felt tip type of tip on it instead of the other one, which was that plastic type. Oh yeah, I can't say for sure because the last one I thought was going to work and it didn't. I can't get it to be consistent. Oh, here we go. Sort of coming out. I think I'd rather just run the marker across the piece. I don't. It's going to drive me to drink. And I don't drink. I'm calling it done. I don't like how it performs with this thing. Even I did get it to finally lay down something, but not as good as the primer or the Tamiya. Anyway, guys, let me disconnect this, head back to the bench. Let's wrap this up. All right, guys, at the bench, we're going to go ahead and show you how to clean these needles. You're going to take them. You can see they're all stained already. I'm going to put them in here. I got them in here too. I just took out 2 of them. And hardware store, clean strip acetone. You can also use lacquer thinner or whatever you, if you use the Kaleido paints, you know, you want to match up what you did with them. Also, you can put them in water and the ultrasonic cleaner too. But I would let this sit. I mean, I let these sit all week. I put them in this type of container. It keeps it sealed. I keep my thinners in these. And then you pour them all in there, lock it tight. It won't evaporate, and just let it sit. It was $5 for this jar at Hobby Lobby. These are really great. So that's it. You're going to let them sit. You'll see the paint start to break up out of it. You can see it already. And fortunately, I stuck in the Kaleido in there. I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to put my paint in there. So, yeah, make sure you match up the paint to, we'll go ahead and do that, to the cleaner or the thinner. So we're going to take this cap off, right? We'll get the Kaleido one out of there. Let me get my tweezer drawer. I know where everything is kept here. All right. And some of the Kaleido was coming out. Go figure. Let's get that out. Put that aside. And, yeah, this is my paint, so I'm going to drop that in. There you go. Now, this is how you want to store these anyway. I wanted to show you that anyway. You're going to take the needle out. You're going to go ahead, cinch this all the way down, and grab one of the caps. And that will keep your paint fresh, particularly if you're going to use it just for primers and stuff. You can keep gray, different color primers, black, and just let them sit and clean themselves. But overall, I'm not crazy about it, even though some results are actually pretty good. It really liked Tamiya for some reason. Here's a Tamiya, and here's a Tamiya out of this portable compressor, which didn't look like it was doing anything, and then it actually ended up drying the same. So it does like Tamiya paint. So, I mean, I can't complain, particularly if you're going to use the right paint or the primer. Here is my Lithium Lilac, my Barbatos-Rex paints from Robot Kai. That's over white. That's over flat black. You also get different results over a gloss black. Look at that. So it sprayed mine beautifully. So the Tamiya, mine, it seems to like lacquers. But I was going to say it didn't like Kaleido, but it painted the primer, Kaleido primer. Great. Look at this. Look at that. It just came out perfect. The Kaleido color, not so much. And I like to put a nice light layer, then go, you know, across with the Kaleido. But it just splotched out. It came out nice and shiny, as it should. And it almost came out great, but it needs to be more atomized. The paint has to be more atomized, like from a true airbrush. So it didn't like the Kaleido color. Now, probably Kaleido opaque, meaning just an opaque red, blue, with no metal flake, probably would have looked perfect. So it was just it did not like that at all. But I can't say it's Kaleido because it does like their primer quite a bit. And again, opaque, so maybe that was the difference. The attachment for the markers, I'm not crazy about. This was the first one, but I think I was using the wrong type of tip. I'm going to show you the 2 tips now. See, one's got that hard plastic tip, the blue one. This has a traditional felt tip. So it looks like it takes the felt tips. I mean, it started spraying this one good, but I guess that's just the first outburst. It sprayed this one. I was complaining, but actually it came out pretty good. It came out pretty good. Now, I'm here to shoot this thing down, but I don't really see its purpose. The price point at 60, I mean, go buy an airbrush for 60. Go buy Gaahler's 39. The GHAD 39. That's never 40 bucks. I mean, the 40 bucks is a retail. The thing's on sale all the time for 29 bucks and get a compressor, even if you got a cheap compressor. These aren't even cheap anymore. I would still stick with a regular airbrush, but for primers and stuff, I can see the purpose. You fill these things up, leave them ready to go, gray, white, black primers, and then just throw them in, and all you're going to do is clean the needles. So as far as that goes, it's pretty good. It comes with its own little holders, which is pretty unique, but then again, you got to buy their holder to even take advantage of that. But anyway, that is the test. I would stick with an airbrush. That's me. I'm an airbrush guy, but I do like to try all this stuff. I like to try it all, and we did. We tried it, and of course, you guys are gonna say, but it looks fine. It worked, and it did. But at this point, I still recommend the compressor, a real compressor. So you're gonna get that anyway. And if this thing is at 60, 70 bucks to get the extra tips and the bottles, like I said, just go buy that airbrush from Gaahleri, or my GSI was 80 bucks a couple weeks ago. An unbelievable airbrush. So, but the choice is out there. The choice is yours. All right. Anyway, guys, that is a test. Now, I don't know where I got it from because I had so many choices. So all you want to do is go ahead and search Dspiae. What is it called? It's called the No Wash airbrush. It pops right up. You can't miss it. It pops right up. It's everywhere. A lot of sites have it, so just pick one of those sites. And if you so choose, I would go a different route, but that's just me. Let's move these out of the way and show you what I'm listening to. In particularly, the one in the middle, Jeff Scott Soto on vocals, with Danielle Elvison on bass from Megadeth. An incredible CD. Came out last Friday. This could be my album of the year so far. And it's just straight up, just straight metal. Fantastic guitar solos. An absolute banger of an album. Love Jeff Scott Soto's vocals. So anyway, I had to show you that because I so like that album. I instantly loved it. And you don't get that too often. So go ahead and grab that. Mystic Prophecy and Serenia. Two of my favorites. And that was in the rotation. That's my CD player right over there. Anyway, guys, that is the test. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. I want to show you guys one more thing. I have clear metallic, I should say metallic clear, in my paint line. It just came out, and this is a clear metallic. Check this out. You can spray it over opaques. You get some nice little metal flake in there. Look at that. Isn't that great? I'm not sure about adding colors to this. I should have tried that. But yeah, it's a clear metallic, or metallic clear. That just came in along with my 2K black. My 2K satin is back in stock at Gundam Pros. And a couple of tests coming up. I have some inks we're going to be spraying. And this brand new GGX line from Mr. Hobby. Or I should say Mr. Color. Oh, Mr. Hobby. Well, Mr. Color. Which is it? Anyway, it's Mr. Hobby's Mr. Color line. 2 clears and 2 opaques, red and black. Look at the size of these jars. So that test is coming up too, along, like I said, with some airbrushing inks. We're going to see how those turn out. All right. And, hit the camera. Had to change my camera mount, so I'm not used to it. Anyway, guys, that is the test. God bless you all. You guys are absolutely awesome. I love you guys. And thank you for tuning in. We will see you, of course, next week in the next video. Have a great day.